Hi everyone, welcome to the TechNet Show. I'm your host Harrison, and this is Jared. How are you doing,
Hello.
Jared?
Doing alright. Pretty tired, but I'm okay, I think. How about
Yeah,
you?
doing this in the morning is weird,
Nah.
but we've got some news, I guess.
We've got some. Yeah.
But yeah, really big ones this time. Big one this time. Nvidia has announced their 3000 series. Big news. Great
Big
things.
news. Ferociously big news.
Yeah, actually, really, really big. Like, literally big news. Their 3090 comes in at a foot point 3 in length, and it is massive. Along with their price tag of, what was it again?
$14.99.
1,500, called the BF GPU. They say that's a big ferocious, but I'm pretty sure that we know otherwise.
Nah, obviously Ferocious was planned from the get-go.
Definitely.
No
Obviously.
other word I can think of that would perfectly fit the F in
No.
BFGTU.
I mean, at least Elon Musk was very, he knew what he was talking about when he was making his acronyms.
Oh yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, he was honest about them, at least.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, they just announced their 3070, 3080, and 3090 with $500 at the 3070, $700 for the 3080, and $1,500 for the 3090. They claim that the 3080 is up to 2 times faster than the 2080, and that the 3070 is about 60% faster than the 2070. I mean, and is faster than the 2080. But yeah, what do you think, Jared?
Yeah, ultimately, with like everything they're touting about these upcoming cards, um, yeah, honestly, these are some pretty exciting cards to look forward to.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that the 3090 actually tries to get 60 FPS on 8K video, I mean, does anyone even have 8K screens yet?
I mean, I've heard of future proofing, but I mean, dang man,
Yeah,
calm
well, I
down.
mean, if you're paying $1,500 for a card, I mean, it better be future proof.
That's true.
That's a lot of money. That you can buy a MacBook for that much money.
That is very true. You've probably replaced your wall with an entire LED screen at this point, so you probably would be better off with the 3090.
Actually, LED walls don't really have their pixel densities aren't that great.
Oh,
You can have an entire wall and it still probably only be less than what's that called? 1440?
oh, I guess that makes sense. Now that I think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, if you have that type of money, well, 3090 is nothing to you.
Yeah.
Well, let's actually talk about the design of these things. I mean, it's striking, yes. I mean, it's very different, but I
It is.
don't know what I think about it. It feels too much like a luxury item to me. I mean, it feels like that's the type of design that you'd put on like a really fancy watch, if you catch what I'm saying.
No, yeah. I get you on that one. It's very it has its own uh I guess it's really trying to strike as its own thing. I don't know if I'm making sense. If I had to be completely honest with you. But
Oh, wait, I just noticed something. The small card has 2 fans, but the big ones only have one.
keeping that found position on lock. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotta keep room
Well,
for the logo. I think it lights up. I don't
sure.
know.
Well, Apparently, they do claim that it has up to 2 times more cooling performance, but so, I mean, hopefully that means that it runs cool. I mean, no one's going to know until they get their hands on this thing, but apparently they say that at least the 3090 is about 10 times quieter than the Titan RTX and up to 30 degrees cooler. But if that's true, we have a very good thing on our hands right here.
Oh yeah,
Quieter stuff is always better.
quieter is always better.
Although it looks like they're going to be using the new 12-pin connector for power, so I don't know. I don't feel that great about it. I don't like proprietary connectors.
Yeah, it's okay. They offer an adapter. You can get a power dongle.
Oh, great. One more dongle. I have a MacBook, by the way. I live the dongle life.
You know, I'm slowly inching into the dongle life.
But another
Hooray.
big feature is that they have AV1 decoding, which means that it allows you to watch 8K HDR video over the internet with about as 50% less bandwidth. I mean, always a good thing. Less bandwidth. I mean, requirements are always great. And these new codecs always put a strain on your computer. So it's nice that these cards have some dedicated decoders for that.
Oh yeah, that one's nice.
And the other big things is second gen RT cores and third gen tensor cores. Yeah, with meaning better ray tracing altogether, and tensor cores means better AI processing. Anyway, do you have anything more to add, Jared?
No, not much else really to say. Just something to look forward to. Can't wait to see how these things perform IRL.
Yeah.
And
Can't wait
yeah.
for that. I can't wait to see what AMD is going to do about this, though. Seeing
Oh
that they've been
yeah.
trying to be competitive in everything, I think that this is going to be a pretty difficult thing to top.
Oh yeah. Nvidia is really really came out to play for this one.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. On to our next bit of news. This comes from The Verge. Apple accidentally approved malware disguised as Flash. View report finds.
That's a wild
Ouch.
headline from start to finish.
Apple accidentally approved malware. That's a big thing. And it was also disguised as Flash.
Like, how does that happen? Actually, no, I could kind of see. Well,
Apple has had a vendetta against Flash since like 2011.
see, this is why. And just like, you know what? It's an update. Maybe we can play nice. And then, bam, you get malware. Never trust Flash again.
Yeah. I mean, I understand mistakes are made. Obviously, this is through automated process. So it's bound to miss something. So one more virus in the wild. Well, actually, it's not even in the wild anymore, seeing that they revoked the certificate already. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say that it's impossible for things to bypass these systems. As unfortunate as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? As we mentioned, we were talking about earlier, just because it's less likely to be a virus, doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, it's much less likely to get a virus on an Apple computer, but it's not impossible. I mean, even Linux has its viruses, as rare as they are, even compared to Mac OS viruses. I just remember the fact that Mac OS is becoming a bigger platform, and because it's a bigger platform, more people are going to develop viruses for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as unfortunate as it is to many of you Mac users out there, just be careful what you click on. Follow the same rules as a Windows computer. Don't really care too much about... I don't recommend virus protection software on Macs. They just make Macs run weird. But Just be careful about what you download. Be careful about what you put your passwords into, because you're still vulnerable to things like that.
The internet is a very dangerous place. Be careful where you tread.
Yeah. Just like with Windows, be careful when it asks you for administrative access. Ask yourself, does this program need administrative access?
Sure, I'll give administrative access even though this program doesn't tell me anything. But I have no idea who this is, but they seem like they were trustworthy back in like 1996. I believe them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just be careful what you download and look at. That's all we have to say about that. Okay, next thing. Ooh, this is a company that has failed at a lot of things, but has gotten something surprisingly right from time to time. Rarely. And never actually did things well. Well, some of their products are good. LG.
May not be
They
well,
are trying to work on
but
it.
it's different.
They're trying to make a dual screen phone. And it's very, as Jared said, it's very different. As you can see on my screen right now, it's a very weird, I don't know what to call it, T-shaped smartphone that folds. I mean, it's incredibly different, and I like different. What about you?
It's just imagining it must be fantastic to hear the brainstorming sessions in like LG's smartphone department, because love them or hate them, they come up with some of the most interesting like features for their phones sometimes. And even as I'm assuming, hearing like the idea of, okay, everyone's getting on this whole like, was it like either like two screen or like folding phone kind of thing. You know, Galaxy's got their fold, which makes the tablet size one, and then the flip, which, you know, makes it smaller. You have Surface Dual with Microsoft, and I guess it's more of a two, kind of similar to the fold and stuff like that. They're like, all right, how do we get into the dual screen space but be different? I know. Let's make one of them swivel so your phone can end up in the shape of a T. What do we use this for? I have no idea, but it's different, and I like it.
It's different. Yeah, I like it too. Don't know if I'm going to get it, but it's different. It's very different, and I think that we need different these days. The phone market has become very the same everywhere, and I think that these folding phones are dual screen phones are starting to become, you know, spice up the market a bit.
This is a lot of spice. This is a heavy amount of spice.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't know what you're going to use it for, but I'm sure. Well, I mean, a lot of LG's features don't really have a use.
But they're different.
Let's hope that they find a good way to use this.
Curious to see how they actually show it off in a proper use case. Besides, you get more get to see more wave action in surfing video. That's that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's shift gears a bit and talk about an interesting partnership that only a COVID can bring together. Apple and Google. Now that's
The world really is
not
coming
really
to
a
an end.
combination. It really is coming to an end. If COVID wasn't enough to tell you that was coming to an end, a partnership between Apple and Google should tell you it's coming to an end. But it's for a good cause.
It is.
Yeah, so Apple and Google are trying to develop a joint technology that allows you to make exposure tracking easy. I think it uses, let's see, it basically uses Bluetooth. to
Yeah.
track what phones you've been in contact with for, the period of time, and alerts you if someone around you that you've been around for a while had COVID, so you should probably get yourself tested to make sure that you don't have COVID. So it's a very interesting technology and a very interesting way to use Bluetooth. I know that also there's some privacy implications, but the way that Apple and Google has had this set up, I think that that's kind of a non-issue. But yeah, it's a very interesting way that people can use to make themselves knowledgeable if you might have gotten COVID or not. Any thoughts, Jared?
No, yeah. I just it's really cool to be able to see them to put their differences aside for due to the fact that this is a whole global pandemic, and yeah, they're working on ways to try and make sure that like contact tracing and everything's a little bit easier, and just finding a way to just keep everyone informed about what is it yeah, just keep everyone informed of like the status, I guess, of everyone around you, and whether or not it would be a good idea to get tested and all that.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting technology and a good way that these companies are just trying to fight COVID. Anyway, on to a company that people have loved to hate lately, Intel. They finally released their 11th gen processors. I mean, they have their new Z graphics, Thunderbolt 4 support, and Wi-Fi 6. All of them are some pretty big leaps in technology. Their Z graphics are supposedly about 2 times faster than their integrated graphics of the past. I mean, the integrated graphics before haven't been that powerful, but I think that having the capability of having more graphics power on an integrated chip gives pretty big potential to these thin and light laptops.
Oh yeah, yeah. You may not be cranking out any like, what was it like? What are the big games these days? Like Doom
I
Eternal
don't
and stuff
know.
like that on like ultra settings on your ultra thin like notebook, but we've gotten. I guess we've either gotten or we're getting really close to the point where you can pretty much just use it for, like a light gaming session. And honestly, on a thin and light, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the wattage is still going to be the same, so it's some pretty exciting stuff. So I'm not going to go into details on like the specs and everything of these chipsets. You guys can look on my screen if you to really look at this graph on the Verge. But yeah, these chips look like they're very power efficient chips with decent clock speeds. So yeah, I can't wait to see what these things do compared to the Ryzen chips. But I don't think that this is the biggest part about this. The biggest part that I see is actually inside of their evil certification. So their evil certification basically requires the manufacturers to have over 9 hours of real world usage on a single charge, along with fast charging, meaning that they have up to it gets 4 hours of battery. I mean, you can get 4 hours of battery life over just 30-minute charge, which would be awesome,
I
along with Wi-Fi 6 and Thunderbolt 4. But yeah, I think that this is going to be a pretty big thing. The fact that you know what the laptop you're getting is able to do without, actually need to watch a lot of videos like, well, I mean, watch a lot of videos. Just watch videos. Yes, watch the
Yes,
videos.
watch them all, every single one of them. Subscribe while you're at it.
Yeah.
Push that like
But
button. Leave a
you
comment.
don't. Yes.
Sorry, what?
But with this certification, you don't really need to do like a mound of research in order to figure out this laptop is going to be able to perform the way the manufacturer says it's going to perform. So, yeah, I think that this is pretty big. What do you think?
yeah, having a certification like Evil with all of these, you know, yeah, with all of these requirements and whatnot is very useful to have, and to know that, to know that there's a product that is certified under this, you're guaranteed, you're guaranteed some pretty good stuff out of your machine. No doubt about that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see if this is a way that Intel's going to claw back some of its market share, because I like knowing that my laptop will last the day, because that's important to me.
That is
Although
true.
right now it's not that important to me because I'm currently testing out trying to use an iPad. So, I mean, I'm not sure what the next channel is going to be called, our tech channel, but that is probably going to be one of our first videos that we're going to do. So, when that comes out, you'll see a link in the description below on that channel, and I hope to see you there. But yeah, this Intel's new chipsets are pretty exciting, and I really want to see how these chipsets go.
Yeah, it's exciting times.
It is. Exciting times. It's nice to know that technology isn't stopping just because the world is. Anyway, I guess that's the last topic we have for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, dislike if you don't like it. Tell us what we did wrong, tell us what we did right. I hear a plane in the background of my video. Anyway, moving back to that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this video. Leave a comment. Yeah, tell us what you like. Tell us what we got wrong. If we said something wrong, don't forget to please tell us, because, well, it's nice to know if we're wrong about something. But yeah, I hope you guys really like this video. Have anything to say, Jared?
Not much else. Like you said, like, subscribe, comment, bell notification, wear a mask, 6 feet distance, wash your hands.
Don't buy all the Clorox wipes, please.
Don't buy all the Clorox wipes. Don't buy all the toilet paper. We don't want to go through that again. Please.
Oh, and don't collectively go to Costco again, please. I do not want to wait in like an hour-long line ever again in the hot sun.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
Oh, that was terrible. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
See you.